This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time 6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Romesh Piris and read by Tilani Piris. A new milestone in the judiciary in the country. Lockdown of several areas in Colombo and Gampa to be lifted from tomorrow. Sri Lanka performs the highest number of PCR tests. The Committee on High Posts appoints new secretaries. The opposition says Mahara prison deaths could have been avoided. And on international news, US President Trump keeps up false claims of widespread fraud at Georgia rally for US senators. And on sports news, Cricket Asia Cup 2021, Sri Lanka to host the tournament next year. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa pledged to support independence of the judiciary and ensures its functioning is free of politicization and other forms of interference, marking a new milestone in the judicial system of the country. 21 new judges to superior courts were sworn in before President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. President Rajapaksa, addressing the gathering, pledged to support independence of the judiciary and ensured its functioning is free of politicization and other forms of interference. The president reiterated that an efficient administration of justice is not only important in terms of upholding the rule of law, it is also vital to the economic development of this nation. The isolation status, which is currently being imposed in several areas, especially in Colombo and Gampa district, have been revised. Accordingly, isolation in the Blumendal Police Division and Vijaypura Grama Niladhari Division in the Vellampitiya Police area in the Colombo district has been relaxed with effect from 5 a.m. tomorrow. In addition to the areas which have already been under lockdown in Colombo, namely Hunupitiya, Grama Niladhari Division of Slave Island, Hatevatta in the Cinnamon Gardens Police area, and Kokila Road in Vellavatta will be isolated from 5 a.m. tomorrow. In the Gampa district, isolation status in the Kalaniya Police Division, Vattala area except 5 Grama Niladhari divisions, Kerawalapitiya, Hekitta, Kurunduhena, Avarivatta, and Velikadamulla and Paliyagoda Police area except 4 Grama Niladhari divisions, Paliyagoda Vatta, Paliyagoda Gangabada, Megahavatta and Pattiya North will also be lifted. Meanwhile, Velegoda North Grama Seva Division in Kiribatgoda will come under isolation from tomorrow morning. The Committee on High Posts has approved the appointment of secretaries to 4 ministries and an ambassador. Accordingly, approval has been granted to appoint Dr. Anil Jasinghe as the Secretary to the Ministry of Environment, Dr. Priyath Bandhu Vikrama as the Secretary to the Ministry of Water Supply, Professor Kapila Pereira as the Secretary to the Ministry of Higher Education, and MMPK Mayadunne as the Secretary to the Ministry of Justice. Approval has also been granted to appoint M. Mohammed as the new ambassador of Sri Lanka to Qatar. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only, protecting you who drives our nation forward.
The opposition says the deaths of 11 inmates who were killed in the unrest reported at the Mahara prison could have been avoided if the government used a better strategy to resolve the issue. Speaking at a media briefing at the office of the opposition leader, MP Vijayamoni Soisa said the government must take prompt steps to resolve congestion within prisons. The MP pointed out that it was necessary for prisoners in isolation to have a right to life. He expressed hope that the committee appointed to probe the incident would implement steps to conduct PCR tests on all new inmates, reducing congestion within the cells and informing relatives of prisoners of their condition. The former minister, T.B. Ekanayake, has passed away at the age of 66. He was admitted to hospital recently due to a sudden illness. Ekanayake was elected from the Kurunegala district to Parliament on several occasions and also served as the Minister of Land and Cultural Affairs as well. T.B. Ekanayake was not elected to Parliament at the 2020 general election. The police said 4 individuals have been arrested in Maravilla with 200 kilograms of narcotic drugs. The arrests have been made at Toduava area in Maravilla by a team of officers of the Department of Exercises. Reportedly, 10 kilograms of heroin and 100 kilograms of ice, methamphetamine, been seized from the suspects. Moreover, the department seized a car, van and a truck used to transport consignment of narcotics. That ends local news for now.
Every morning, my drive is not just to work. I'm driving my nation's progress.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only. An exclusive motor insurance designed for you. Up to 75,000 rupees worth instant claim settlements within 3 working hours. Call and move facility. 24/7 roadside assistance. And accommodation cost reimbursements at an accident. Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus Ladies Only. Protecting you who drives our nation forward.
From Sri Lanka Insurance.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
A total of 14,125 polymerase chain reaction tests were carried out as of yesterday, recording the highest number of PCR tests performed per day. According to the statistics of the Health Promotion Bureau, a total of 903,280 PCR tests have been conducted so far in the country since February the 18th. The Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health said total COVID-19 recoveries increased to 20,090. Meanwhile, a total of 669 COVID-19 patients were detected yesterday, raising the total cases in the country to 27,228. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watch Light this evening, following the recent Grade 5 scholarship examination results, the Education Ministry requested applicants to forward their applications for admission for Grade 6 before December 10th. The ministry said the applications are called for the provision of new schools for the children who have qualified beyond the district cut-off marks to enter Grade 6 in the year 2021. Parents are given the opportunity to obtain the applications and instruction annexure from the respective school principals. The duly filled applications should be handed over to the principal of the school where the child sat for the scholarship examination before the 10th of December. That came to you in Watchlight. Moving on with world news and the headlines first. US President Trump keeps up false claims of widespread fraud at Georgia rally for US senators. UK to begin COVID-19 vaccination on Tuesday. Hayabusa 2 capsule retrieved. The US President Donald Trump has told crowds in Georgia without evidence he has never lost an election and that he be a very gracious loser in his first political rally since losing the presidential election. Donald Trump has refused to acknowledge the results of the 2020 election in Georgia where Mr. Biden won by about 12,500 votes. Mr. Trump tried to convince Georgian authorities to conduct another audit. Amid chants of "Stop the Steal," 4 more years and "We love you" from maskless supporters in the town of Valdosta, Mr. Trump began his speech repeating falsehoods about voter fraud. The British government will begin vaccinating people against the coronavirus on Tuesday. It approved the mass use of a vaccine developed by the US pharmaceutical company Pfizer and German firm BioNTech. Doses were delivered from Belgium, where they were manufactured, checked for quality, and stored in secure locations. The vaccine will initially be available at 50 hospitals in England that have facilities to store them at the required temperature of about minus 70 degrees Celsius. The government says that care home workers, people over the age of 80, and frontline health staff will be the first to receive a jab. Scientists in the South Australian outback have retrieved a capsule containing the first subsurface samples from an asteroid ending a 6-year journey of more than 5 billion kilometers. Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, stated that the Hayabusa 2 spacecraft had successfully released the small capsule yesterday and sent it towards Earth to deliver samples from a distant asteroid that could provide clues to the origin of the solar system and life on our planet. While Hayabusa 1 collected dust off the surface, this is the first mission to collect rocks from underneath the surface of an asteroid. Back to the world news headlines. US President Trump keeps up false claims of widespread fraud at Georgia rally for US senators. UK to begin COVID vaccination on Tuesday. Hayabusa 2 capsule retrieved. That ends world news. Continuing with development news, the State Transport Minister Dilum Amunugama says while implementing the park and ride system, the Transport Ministry is to introduce the e-ticketing system for buses from January 1st. The Minister stated that the first service of the park and ride system would be launched from the Makumbura Multimodal Transport Centre. He added that the park and ride system is a method which introduces for people to do their day-to-day activities without driving their vehicles to the Colombo city. That came to in development news. Coming up, sports news. The Asia Cup 2020 had been postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Pakistan was scheduled to host the Asia Cup, but the PCB CEO Wasim Khan said the tournament will be hosted by Sri Lanka in 2021, while Pakistan will play host of it in 2022. Sri Lanka have the rights to hold the Asia Cup in 2021. Meanwhile, Dinesh Chandimal led the attack as Colombo Kings eased to victory past tired Kandy Tuskers, taking their 5th defeat in the 13th Lanka Premier League game last night. Kandy top scorers of the tournament, Kusal Pereira and Kusal Mendes, walked back to the dressing room with single-digit figures for the first 2 wickets. Yesterday's victory means the Kings become the 3rd team to qualify for the semi-finals after the Jaffna Stallions and Dambulla Viking. That came to you in sports news. And coming up right now is business news. Sri Lankan Airlines, the national carrier of Sri Lanka and a member of the One World Alliance, has won the prestigious world's leading airline to the Indian Ocean title once again at the World Travel Awards Grand Final held in Moscow. Sri Lankan Airlines chairman Ashok Patirage said the latest accolade demonstrates the airline's commitment to delivering the government of Sri Lanka's vision of making Sri Lanka an aviation hub in Asia, and the company was building on its business plan to strengthen its position as a fully fledged international airline. World Travel Awards, celebrating its 27th anniversary this year, was established in 1993 to acknowledge, reward and celebrate excellence across all key sectors of the travel, tourism and hospitality industries. That ends business news.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Sri Lanka Customs has incurred a loss of 6,130 million rupees during the time period of 2013 to 2016 due to 2 leading palm oil companies, the Committee on Public Accounts was informed. An audit conducted by the Auditor General's Department revealed that the loss of money was due to the negligence on the part of the Sri Lanka Customs officials having failed to clear specific goods under the harmonized system within the relevant frame. The committee directed the Sri Lanka Customs to take immediate action on this regard, to which the Director General of Sri Lanka Customs, Major General Vijitha Ravipriya, agreed. That's economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah,
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now to conclude the weather report, the Department of Meteorology says the low-pressure area in the Gulf of the Mannar Sea area is likely to weaken further, hence the influence of this system on the island is expected to be gradually reduced. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the Jaffna, Mullaitivu, Mannar, Trincomalee and Puttalam districts. Elsewhere, showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the evening. That was the weather report. And now to conclude this news broadcast, the main points once again. A new milestone in the judiciary in the country. Lockdown of several areas in the Colombo and Gampaha districts to be lifted tomorrow. Sri Lanka performs higher number of PCR tests. The Committee on High Posts appoints new secretaries. The opposition says Mahara prison deaths could have been avoided. And on international news, US President Trump keeps up false claims of widespread fraud at Georgia rally for US senators. And on sports news cricket, Asia Cup 2021, Sri Lanka to host the tournament next year.